Today we're lucky enough to have Aaron and Geoff.
I don't know how lucky you are, but...
Well, I'm feeling lucky. I love every time you guys present, and anytime I can get to know the two of you a little bit better. It's important to me, because you guys are important to this group. They say any B&I chapter is only as strong as its youngest members, and that's why we're a thriving chapter, in part because of the two of you, who at a very early age, as far as I'm concerned, have seen a great deal of success. And it's because of the tenacity and the dedication and the ethics and the way in which you guys go about your business is truly remarkable. And I've learned a lot from you as I've gotten to know you. And that's why I enjoy these conversations and the opportunity to hear from you in your presentations as well.
Oh, thanks, Jay.
So with that, I do want to start with this question. When we last heard from the two of you, we were treated to the view of the Bronx and its real estate potential through your experience as agents living and working in the borough. Since your last presentation, has anything changed specifically in your market, and have your predictions held true through the first quarter of 2024?
Everything's exactly the same.
That's a good question and an interesting one. You know, it's weird to take the borough of the Bronx and compare it to the surrounding real estate markets, because comparing it to Westchester County feels kind of like a false comparison. It's its own, you know, it's not New York City. It's got a whole different MLS system and different rules governing real estate there. And if we were talking about Westchester County, you know, we'd be talking about bidding wars on almost every property. In the Bronx, it's a vertical market and it's a lower priced market, so things tend to sit a little bit longer. What we're not seeing are huge fluctuations in pricing. Generally, we're seeing things are relatively stable, and I think that Melora would probably attest to this, that as the rates have been pretty stable recently, we're not seeing things really adjust significantly.
I think the average discount last quarter was about 4% off ask, so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's things are feeling pretty consistent as far as pricing and days on market. It's still taking somewhere between 80 and 90 days on average to get a contract. Things that are, you know, priced right and are beautiful and marketed properly, they'll go in 45 to 50, but most properties take around 60 to 80 days to get a contract.
Interesting, okay. We talk a lot about buying and selling opportunity in the Bronx, but what about investment opportunities? Can you run us through some of the numbers that an investor would need to consider before making such a decision?
Yeah, I mean, the Bronx is a great place for investors, especially now. You know, the rest of the city has appreciated to a point where it's really not investable for most, you know, especially for smaller investors who are trying to get started. The Bronx has a lot of 3-family homes and 4-family homes, and a lot of them are not in the best of shape, so they sell for discount. So if you're thinking, you know, I'd love to get into the real estate investing, but there's no way to do that in New York City, I mean, we're working on a deal right now where a 3-family home is going for $750,000. 725, I'm sorry. So
I would have corrected you.
Yeah, thank you. So, you know, for
there was a lot of negotiation on that.
There was. Yeah. But, you know, for a relative low price for New York City, you're getting 3 residences, and you could probably even get it zoned and do some work with Dominic and get it into a 4-family. There's a lot of opportunity, and if you're looking for a place to make money in real estate right now, the rental market's insane. It's continuing to appreciate, and there's no indication that it's going to come back down in pricing.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity right now in the East Bronx. The Metro North is actually creating 4 new stops in the Bronx, in Soundview, Co-op City, Morris Park, and I believe some part of Throgs Neck, the more west part.
And the new ferry stop too.
Yes, and there's a ferry stop in both Throgs Neck and Soundview that takes you right to the Upper East Side and the financial district. So the East Bronx is really going to appreciate in value, especially for those kind of investment properties.
And comparing that to the rest of the borough, I mean, Mott Haven, the South Bronx, has been appreciating already. And if you live anywhere in Upper Manhattan and you look across the water, you'll see all these brand new high-rise buildings. When investors are putting money in and building like that, you know that there's an expectation of appreciation. Comparing that to the Northwest Bronx, where we live and focus, Riverdale area, that quarter after quarter after quarter has the highest sale prices in the borough. So it's already been the more appreciated area of the borough, but as you've seen with transactions we've done, and Melora has as well, there are properties that you can get a beautiful single-family home for just about $1 million, where in this borough or in Brooklyn, that's going to get you a one-bedroom apartment.
Especially brownstones in the Bronx. I know it's not known for brownstones, but in the South Bronx in Mont Haven, there's a whole historic district full of brownstones. A lot of them are not in the best shape, so you can get one for under $1 million and then renovate it, and it'll be a very beautiful property.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. So this is probably more directed to your part of the team here. This is about marketing. I'd love for you to tell us a bit more about your marketing efforts and how they have been effective or not.
A big part of our marketing efforts is right here, networking. About 30% of our business last year came from this room, so thank you all.
Woo.
And then about 50% of our business last year was referral based from other real estate agents at Compass or other companies that we network with as well. We're big on Google. We have a big Google presence. We get a lot of phone calls from people in Riverdale looking for realtors. They find us online. We look better than a lot of other agents in terms of marketing in the Bronx. People Google us, they find our videos, they find our YouTube, they find our Instagram, and people feel like they already know us before they even reach out to us, so it kind of helps us win a lot of pitches.
We met somebody yesterday, and we'd never met her in person, but she had acted like she already knew us really well. Yeah. You know, we came in and there's this concept by some famous real estate coaches of the favorite and the fool, right? Most people know who they want to work with when they call you in for the interview. And you're either the person they want to work with or the person that they're interviewing for due diligence purposes, right? I got to check one more person, but this is the person I think I'm going to go with. And we were the favorite. We walked in, she said, I saw your videos. I feel like I already know you guys.
I think we're like-minded people.
Yeah, she said, I think we're like-minded people. We had never had a conversation before.
Like, I don't know who you are. But sure.
So, but that's,
you could be like-minded.
It just goes to show some of the work that Aaron's putting in to get us to feel accessible and genuine and real and authentic, which is important to us in our brand.
Yeah.
Awesome. You built a team this past year as well, which was very exciting. What have you learned about the experience, appreciated about the experience, and where does Team Kass and Weiss go from here?
We've learned a lot.
Yeah. The advice that I kept getting when I was starting the process of wanting to build our team is hire slow, fire fast. And
we heard that every day.
I heard that quite a bit, and it's really, really good advice. We started this year, as many of you who are a part of the group know, with 3 new agents on our team. All 3 of them were brand new agents. And the idea behind it was if we bring on a few people all at once at the same level of expertise in this business, which was none, it gives me the ability to kind of train all of them at the same pace and they can work off of each other. Since the beginning of this year, 2 of the 3 have left us. One of which it wasn't right for them, and another one couldn't make the time commitment work for them and give to the team what we were trying to give to them.
And our 3rd one is amazing.
Killing it. We got a deal with Jay and Melora right now with her, so we're nice and busy, and we really love having her with us. She would be here today if she wasn't on vacation in Italy, much deserved. But that's been the big lesson for us is, as you're growing and building, you're gonna have people come in and you kind of have to suss them out and figure out, is this gonna be a fit long term? And if it's not, cut them and get rid of them, because it's just gonna take time and effort and money and things that I could be spending my time working on our clients are gonna go towards an agent who's not producing.
You're gonna keep trying to get more agents?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that we would like to have at least 3 strong agents on our team with us.
And you're going to start from scratch again, or you might bring in someone who's more seasoned?
Maybe a little bit of both. We're going to try both. I haven't my eye on an agent in our neighborhood.
Put your application in.
Yeah.
Come on.
Absolutely not.
I have my eye on an agent in our neighborhood who's at a different firm, and I really like her personality. I like her ethics. I like the way she approaches her business. And she's more focused on the buy side, where we prefer the sell side. So especially in this changing market with all the commission changes and rules now needing to put buyers on exclusive, a lot of agents are finding this to be really challenging.
Compass is the best place if you're going to be doing this.
Absolutely.
Relationships, we have such huge market share. here?
You should come up here.
Yeah, right. But helping them kind of connect with these new practices and new policies and new understanding on how you have to run your business. The last 100 days of the year, Compass has been running a competition nationwide to see which agents across the country can either sign the most buyer exclusive agreements, because again, this is new for our market, and they're wanting to try and get us all getting into that habit. And the other part of it was to have as many in-person connections as we possibly could. This group is great for the in-person connections count, because every week I was able to log about 40 to 50 connections, because I come in here and I chat with all of you, and that was great for us. The other side of it was these buyer exclusive agreements, which we were fortunate enough to be in the top 25 in the country for buyer exclusives. So Compass has given us $1,000 towards some client appreciation event, and so you'll all be coming to a holiday party this December.
Very nice. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, and our last question is something that maybe a lot of the real estate agents, in fact, probably all of the real estate agents are familiar with, but maybe the rest of us are not, is that you guys actually can help people all over the country. Can you tell us a little bit about that and explain, how you can benefit from the connections that you've made across the country and how you can help people all over?
Yeah, a big part of our business is referral based. A lot of our clients move out of the Bronx, and they're either moving to places like New Jersey, places like Florida, California, Boise, Idaho, really random places.
Texas.
Texas, exactly. And we have connections through Compass and through other real estate kind of networking groups that we're a part of. All over the country in every major metropolitan area. We've done referrals in, like I said, Boise, Idaho. We've done stuff in Connecticut before Stephanie was in the group, of course. Now everything goes to her. Raleigh, North Carolina, Scottsdale, Arizona. We've done stuff in Miami, California.
Orlando. Obviously, for us, networking is a big part of our business. It's not just what brings in the money, but it's how we build. And the relationships we have with you guys is just one part of that networking. Aaron is also involved with the Compass Young Professionals in New York City, so he has that networking arm for us. And
that's a national group, so I'm talking to Compass agents all over the country on a monthly basis.
And so it's really important for us to have people who we feel we can say to our clients, yeah, we have you covered. You're looking to sell your home in Seattle and move to the Bronx. We can help you do that because we have somebody in Seattle who you can trust.
Yeah, and we stay heavily involved in the process too. We're checking in with the agent on a weekly basis to make sure everything's moving along, make sure that your referral is happy and everything's going smoothly. Yeah.
And to that end,
London.
and now we have London. And to that end, we also do relatively frequently on Fridays usually. And I think this Friday we're doing, or is it tomorrow? We're doing a relocation rundown. We do an Instagram live where we have an agent from another market. We interview them. We talk to them about, what's it like in your market? How is it different? What would you tell somebody who's potentially relocating from New York City to where you are? I think last week we talked to Rochester, and this week we're talking to Orlando.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. 3 fast money questions for you. All
right.
You got to be short and sweet, concise. You have not been prompted. So here we go.
Okay.
What's the one thing you like most about the real estate industry?
The thing that I like the best is that every day is different, and that everyone that I interact with on a daily basis in real estate, I really love working with.
I like that I feel like I'm making a real impact on people's lives.
Yeah.
And I like that I get to just kind of have conversations and give, advice and help people be guided through a process that is innately stressful and personal.
Alternatively, what's the one thing you wish you could change about the industry?
And other brokers.
That would help.
The ability to get rid of brokers, I hate.
I think for me, there's a lack of trust in this process, and it's not the consumer's fault. It's probably the industry's fault over where it's been for the last 5 decades or longer. But there's just this innate lack of trust and this perspective that our industry agents like us are just looking to take advantage of people, make our commission, and move on. And that's just so opposite to the ethos that we try to bring to our business, because I really care about the clients I work with. The nice thing about working for yourself is if I don't like you, I'm not going to work with you. Like, you're fired. Bye. So, I mean, again, going back to what I love about this business, being my own boss and being able to know who I want to work with and choose that versus deciding that if you're not right for me, thank you, next.
All right. This last question requires only a one-word response that I want from each of you.
Okay.
Jeff, define love.
Oh, him?
Well, then now you know what? That's it. No matter what you say, you can't win after that. Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
Good job.
Awesome job.